Hello everyone, this is the screencast of a Birch Group's project. First, let's review the objectives of the CS353 software project. There are 5 objectives in this group program and this is copied from the PowerPoint in the first class. I simplify them into the following 5 points. A collection of collectible cards, user management with secure REST APIs, an interactive UI, creating and opening cards with secure REST APIs, and card collection management with secure REST APIs. We use MERN_stack as our code structure to realize the 5 required functions. Since MERN_stack is a mature coding structure now, it's very convenient to realize the full stack management. At the front end, we use React Framework to design the web page. At backend, we use Express.js and other Node packages to establish the server. And at the database, we use MongoDB to record all the data that will be used in this game. We have finished all the requirements of the project at May the 15th, the day before the presentation day. That's what each member has contributed to the software project. Ray is responsible for the card information collation. Myrna is responsible for the login page design and authentication. Jordan is responsible for the MongoDB configure and the MERN_stack installation. And Wang is responsible for the interface page design, code integration, and software testing. First, let's talk about the first objective, a collection of collectible cards. There are 3 types of cards we created in this database. Our project is a football-based card collection game. It has 90 attackers, 90 defenders, and 14 modifiers. All of these cards can be divided into 4 kinds of rarity, which are gold, silver, bronze, and standard. Let's show the card first. This is the attacker. This is the defender. Here are the attributes: ID, card number, name, position, rarity, image, and score. Here is a kind of modifier card that is attribute: ID, card number, name, more number, rarity URL, image URL, and details. Let's show the card. This is the example of gold card. This is the example of the silver card. This is the example of bronze card, and this is the example of the standard card. Then let's talk about the second object, user authentication. All the information is stored in a database which is called game cards. In the game card database, there are 3 collections, which are cards, modifiers, and users. Cards and modifiers is used to store the 3 kinds of cards we mentioned before. And user collection is to record the registered user and authenticate when we log in. Basket is the key attribute of user's information. We use it to record what each user gets. Here is the schema of each created users. We can see like this. Okay, the other 3 objectives, I will show them by running the program. Let's connect to the backend first. Okay, connection completed. Let's run the project. Type npm start at front end. Let's wait for a few seconds. Okay, the page has finished loading. This is the home page of our group project. It has 2 buttons corresponding to login and sign up. Let's click sign up to create a user first. Let's type the name. Let's type the email address. Let's type the password and confirm the password. Okay, we can see the alert. Register successfully. Please log in again. After seeing this message, we can make sure that the registration is completed. Let's check data at MongoDB. Right, you can see that this is the information of the new created user, Mary. We'll post the information of the user into the database. When we log in, the system will find the information in this collection. Look at this. This is the basket attribute. It's very important. We can switch login page and the register page by clicking the link. If the user click the wrong button, they can change. Now let's log in. Okay, login succeed. We can see in this div element, we will see which user is playing the football game. Look at this. This is the username. Also, you can see at the back of the URL, this is the specified object ID of each user. When we created a MongoDB, we will create a string, and that is the string of the user. They are the same. Look at this. When we create a user, we will post the user ID as a root into the web pages like this, interface, comma ID. Also, you can see at interface.js, we will post a current URL with specified object ID as a part of the REST API. We will implement the REST API with the specified ID. Now, here is the main interface of our project. This is the header. We can log out by clicking this button. We log out, then we will log in again. If you don't want to log out, just want to switch back to the home page, you can click this button to switch back to the home page. And this is the footer of our project. This footer states the copyright of our Birch program. The copyright is our Birch team. This is the title of the game. And this is the key point of our project. This is the card pack of our project. There is a secure REST API for creating and opening packs of the card. The first 4 cards will be selected from the database of attackers and defenders, and the last part will be selected from the modifiers. Let's try it first. Click this button, create your squad. Okay, we can see the animation. This is the card back. It's the pattern of the card back as a SVG file, Birch02. I designed it with SVG file and imported in the interface CSS. Let's show the card. Okay, we can see that the 5 cards we draw randomly from the card back. Let's do it again. A new 5 card. Look at the code. I use effect. I use useState of the React framework to do this. You can see that's the attribute of the card: reality, image, name, position, type, card number. Let's correspond to the card like this. I create 5 cards and I use REST API to catch random number of the card from these 5 cards. And I use index of getRandomRange function to get 5 cards randomly. This is the 2 API I catch. One is players, the other is modifiers. I get all the information of the card as an array. Okay, let's click this button. Collect card. This button is to get these 5 cards into this user's collection. You can see card 2, 124, 170, 123, and 102 collected. Let's check at the database. We can see the 5 card number has been added into Mary's basket. How did we realize this? I use $push function. Every time we click this button, we will run this REST API, and these 5 card number are in the request body, and we use push to add this 5 card number into the card body. Like this, card data, a call async function. To use push with specified object ID and to update the attribute of the basket. Okay, let's do it again. Create card and collect these 5 cards. You can see that the basket has been updated. Okay, let's click this button, check collection. We can see what card each user has get. You can see this is the card we've created. If I get more, then the collection will be updated. You can see there are 5 more cards in the database. How did we do that? I did it in this component collection.js. I just fetch the data randomly from the card, and I use prop to map the card. Each card has the property of that, and to map them. Let's back to the interface and log out. Let's create a new user. Create a new user which name Jackson. Register successfully, and we can see at the database. Okay, that's the new user we created, Jackson, as in the database, and then we log in. And get some card for him. And check the creation. That's the card Jackson got. And refresh the page of the MongoDB. Okay, that's the basket of Jackson. And we create a third user. register successfully, log in. That is the third user I create user. It's also in the database. And get some card for him. That's his card. You can see his basket has renewed. Look at this. This is another function with REST API, clear basket. We can click this button to clear the basket of each user. We use this. You can have a try it first. Basket clear. Oh, we can see his basket is clear. And see the database. Look at this. User's basket is clear with nothing. I use update function, use put to set the basket as a new empty array. And I did this here, clear, with specified object ID. Okay, let's see it again. We create 3 users, Mary, Jackson, and Joseph at this time. Let's log in again and check the account. See Mary. That is collection of Mary. Log out. See Jackson. That's Jackson's basket. And see Mary. Oh no, and see Joseph, sorry. That's user database. I just set it to empty. So that's the all function of our project. We're finished a collection of collectible card, user management, and interactive UI, creating opening card and card collection management. Let's talk about the structure of our code. This is the structure of the front end. Every component has a header and a footer. Footer is to write the copyright, and the header is to use to log out or go back. Landing page is the home page when we create the server, and each home page has 2 buttons, which is register screen and the login screen. They can switch each other. When we register succeed, we will go back to the landing page, and then we have to log in. With authentication, the user ID will be a part of the URL to realize the authentication. The interface page is the main UI, which is used to collect card randomly and set the card into the database. And the interface page can be switched to the collection page that is used by the specified user. Here is the structure of the backend server. The server is connected to the front end and it uses port 5000. The server has 2 routes to connect with the MongoDB. One route is the CRUD function, is the REST APIs to get the card information from the MongoDB, and the second route is to create user schema used to register or log in. And the MongoDB will send request and respond, connect with the backend. And this is the structure of our MongoDB database. We connect with backend, and this database has 3 collections. This basket is the key component, or is the key attribute we use to save the card number into an array. That's the node packages we installed. At frontend, we installed React Router, Bootstrap, Redux, Axios, and jQuery. At backend, we installed MongoDB, Mongoose, Express, CORS, .n, and JSON Web Token. Here is the main UI interface page. Here is the collection page. I use Insomnia to test the backend, and I use Inspect to test the frontend. Okay, that's the end of our screencast. Thanks for your concentration.